YouTube, hello, and welcome back finally to the Pokemon Black Nuzlocke series. Hope everybody's doing well. Appreciate your patience while I was working some things out in my personal life. If you haven't already heard about all the stuff happening in my personal life, you can check out the Discord. I've announced all the stuff over there, or you can just message me directly if you're interested. Other than that, though, we're going to get back into the Pokemon because I know that's what everybody's interested in. And we're going in with a little bit of a B squad today. So the idea here is that we're going to be putting away nearly everything that we've been using so far. And we're going to be using Pokemon that are a little bit less likely to die. So the gym trainers in Opelucid Gym are a little bit more, we'll call it, complicated than gyms in previous towns. So a lot of them have fractures with rivalry, which have a ability to increase their damage by 25% or decrease their damage by 25% depending on your gender. They also have Druddigons, which at this point in the game were pretty powerful Pokemon. And the only thing that I really had in the main squad that could deal with that is Torque. Torque's already at the level cap, so we can't use Torque very much. So we need to kind of limit how much Torque is going to be used until the actual gym leader. So there are 3 battles that have Druddigons in them, and I'd like to use Torque in nearly all of them because Torque will be able to wall pretty much everything that Druddigon can do. Even though Druddigon does have revenge, Torque can come through and go in and do something like Swords Dance and then Earthquake, and it should be able to wipe everything out. So there are only 2 battles that have Druddigons in them that I'm really concerned about, that have multiple Pokemon in them, that also have a rivalry fracture or a Dino with Hustle in it. So we have to be a little bit more cautious with those fights. But you're going to notice in the party now, we have kept Phase, we've kept Torque, we've kept Shapes, but we've switched out for Triple F, the Stunfisk, Treasure, the Garbodor, and Nice, the Cofagrigus. So all of these Pokemon have genders that I think will be able to manage the fractures that we're going to be running into. Most of the fractures that we're fighting are male, so having female Pokemon in both Stunfisk and Cofagrigus will be able to match up against those pretty nicely. And then there is one fight where they do have female rivalry, 2 of them, and that's where we'll use Treasure, the Garbodor. And we've got, not only we have Stockpile to be able to whittle things down, but we also have Body Slam, Sludge Bomb, and Toxic. So we have some options there to be able to manage things. Obviously, it also has Weak Armor, which makes it faster. I think Garbodor with the Jolly Nature probably is already faster than Fracture. So the only one thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to run through my TMs really quick, make sure that I can't teach these guys anything that they might find useful. And then once we've got all that done, we'll get right into the gym leader fight. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, folks, we are back, and we are in the wrong area. And we're off to face the Opelucid City gym. So we are, all I did was I taught our Cofagrigus Will-O-Wisp, just in case, because obviously Will-O-Wisp is a very useful ability. And the big thing with these 3 is if we lose them, it's not that big of a deal, right? Like, Treasure would be nice to keep just because we did get the Black Sludge, and I don't think currently I have another poison type that can utilize Black Sludge, and Black Sludge is a very useful item, right? Very, very useful, especially in a game where I'm not using items in the actual fights. So if I could actually have Treasure with Black Sludge, that may prove useful during things like the Victory Road, Elite Four, you know, you never know. So if we lose these 3, though, it's not that big of a deal. And we do have Shapes to fall back on if one of them happened to fall to a crit, something like that. So hopefully it doesn't happen, though. They all are pretty defensively tanky. They've got some decent HP stats, so we should be okay. But yeah, we're just going to hop right into it. This first trainer should have a Fracture that's male with rivalry. So that means our Stunfisk should be able to handle this very nicely. Let's find out. Hope everybody's doing well. Appreciate your patience again for all this. I know people have been looking forward to the end of this, so I appreciate you guys being patient with me. There's our Fracture. And it's male. Perfect. Level 41, just like me. And we're just going to spam some Mud Bombs. You taunt me all you want. I'm not going to use anything but attacks. Little less than half. That's okay, though. Dragon Dance is fine. Normally, I would be pretty scared of this, but I think even with a crit, it probably won't kill me in one hit. The rivalry will take care of that. Accuracy drop is fun. And we're just going to Discharge to finish it off. Here's our Dragon Claw. Solid damage with the +1. And this is where the not fun part of this this playthrough is going to be. I have to basically heal in between every single fight, or or we're going to lose. So I'm just going to be going in and out of the gym repeatedly, just healing. So you're going to see a lot of cuts, right? Where it's just like me going from trainer to trainer. You know, this is just part of the Nuzlocke, folks. It's part of the reason why some folks think that a Nuzlocke isn't super challenging as long as you're patient. Which is why I like to try to spice it up a little bit, right? By adding like certain things like level caps, not being able to use items in battle, things like that. It just makes things a little spicier, right? It makes things a little bit more challenging. And that's what the hope is here. But this is just part of the strategy. You got to keep things healed up as you're pushing along. So the next fight that we're walking into is against a Dino, which is a Dark and a Dragon. It has Dragon Pulse, which is a special attack, obviously. So we're actually going to walk into that fight with, I believe Kofagrigus was my initial intent, because Kofagrigus has a little bit more special defense than Stunfisk does. Yeah, Stunfisk has got 93. Treasure does have 80, not nearly as much, but it's up there. But then, yeah, so like Kofagrigus has 102, has the ability to use Shadow Ball. I guess that's probably not great, huh? Because of Crunch. I shouldn't use Kofagrigus. Maybe I should just stick with our Flat Boy. I think we'll just stick with the Flat Boy. Probably for the best. It does have Hustle, so it has a chance to miss these couple attacks, so something worth keeping in mind. I believe in this gym you have to jump down onto those switches, and that's how the dragons change. And to my knowledge, there are 0 trainers in this gym that you can skip, so we are stuck fighting every single trainer. God, it's been so long since I played this, I feel rusty. I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, here's the Dino, perfect. Perfect. We send out Triple F. Same strategy here, we're just gonna double Mud Bomb. On this one, it should have less special defense than Fracture does. So I bet you Mud Bomb times 2 will probably take this thing out. Little cheeky Mud Bomb. Oh no, about the same, wow, I'm shocked. Crunch should do some decent damage. Almost half. I am susceptible to a crit, but that paralysis mattered a lot. Doesn't matter, I crit. Woo! I wonder if I have any items that I can just heal real fast, because I don't need to go back and heal every time. I think I still have some lemonades left, right? Yeah, okay. We'll just use the lemonade, we'll keep it moving then. We'll just use lemonade and keep it moving. Stunfisk doing work so far. Every Pokemon in Pokemon has its uses, right? So like, even though this may ultimately not end up being like the best squad in the world, and Stunfisk isn't a good Pokemon per se, it's still worth noting that it has its uses in this circumstance. So we're going into trainer number 3, which has 2 Fractures with Rivalry, both of them at level 41, or 40 rather. So this one should have a little bit less special defense. Maybe we'll be able to 2-shot with Mud Bomb. Should see the same thing though. You're probably going to see Taunt into Dragon Dance into Dragon Claw. But we saw that even with the +1, we were not in crit range, so we should be okay. Yeah, it should be a 2-hit as long as I roll high. Oh, it didn't Dragon Dance, wow. That does change things a little bit now, because I am a little bit more susceptible. I'm not dead to a crit, which is the big point. But if it Dragon Dances and I don't get a paralysis off on this next one, it could be a bit of a problem. So something worth keeping in mind as we go into the next fight. Taunt we're off. Here's the Fracture. Go into Mud Bomb. Use Taunt again, which makes sense. The big thing about healing is I'm going to get all the PP back from my Mud Bombs too, which is helpful. That rolled a little low, but that's okay. Here's the Dragon Claw. We are susceptible to crit now, so we need to play things a little bit safer. But this is the reason why we brought Kofagrigus. Kofagrigus is also female and has massive defensive stats. We should be able to just switch right into this and then just fire back with Shadow Ball. Perfect. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. It actually gets a little bit of attack back from that. That's okay, though. We should still be fine. I don't think we're in crit range, still, even with the 25% boost. Yeah, no, we're good. Woo! I did not consider Mummy. You see? This is why things get scary in these Nuzlockes, man. They're not as easy as people think. You have to consider every angle. All right, so we're going to run back and heal really quick because obviously we're a little bit damaged, and then we'll head into the next fight. The next fight is going to be the female fracture, but this one has Mold Breaker, not Rivalry. So this one's actually going to be a little bit tougher, so we need to be a little bit safer with our strategies here, but we should be okay. Alrighty, folks, we're back at it. We are at the next gym trainer. This one is a female fracture with Mold Breaker, so this one's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Not expecting too much as far as, like, it should be fine, right? Because Stunfisk should be able to take 2 of these attacks relatively nicely. We did see that that Nice was able to manage it pretty well as far as the damage as well. So I'm actually going to lead with Nice this time, and we're going to use Will-O-Wisp and try to whittle this thing down a little bit. Just to make things easy. Again, we're going to try to take this as safe as possible because these gym trainers are no joke. Like, no joke. So I do not want to take this lightly. I want to make sure that we're going in with the best team we possibly can. So it will be faster. Ideally, I'm hoping that it doesn't use Taunt. I bet you it probably will, though. But we're going to give it a shot and just see. Oh, it used Dragon Dance. Perfect. So as long as the Will-O-Wisp hits here, we're in good shape. Perfect. That'll half of its attack stat. Give it a nice little cheeky burn. And we'll just hit the Shadow Ball and we'll keep moving. Perfect. That takes care of its Mold Breaker as well. Not that that matters. Shadow Ball should do a decent chunk. Nice. And we're good to go. We just hit Shadow Ball again and we're done. Easy peasy. Not bad. And that's the power of Will-O-Wisp. You're going to see that come into play again in the next fight against the Druddigon, because Druddigon also has Dragon Claw and is a bit of a bitch. The Druddigon also has access to Night Slash, which is my biggest concern when it comes to using Cofagrigus against it. And Night Slash has high crit chance as well. So it's going to be a tough fight. I'm not too sure how we're going to manage that. I think, man, it's almost better off using the Stunfisk, huh? I wonder. I'm not sure what the best course of action here is, because like Night Slash is a big problem, and Druddigon hits really hard. So I'm almost like, this one Druddigon, the one that has like the single Druddigon, I would really prefer not to use Torque in this fight, because there's another fight where I have to go up against a Dino, a Fracture, and a Druddigon, and then the next fight is a Dino and a Druddigon. So I'd like to have Torque for one or both of those fights, because Torque needs 5,000 experience to grow a level, I think. Yeah, 5,200. If I do both of those battles even, I think it probably levels up too high. So I want to try to be careful with Torque. I don't want to lose all its I don't want to lose all of its, or I don't want to lose the ability to use it in the gym V-Leader fight. So if we end up losing something, it's not that big of a deal. Man, this is a tough call. It's going to use Night Slash right off the rip. The question is Night Slash crit enough to scare me off of using Cofagrigus? Let me do some math real quick. Okay, so it looks like Night Slash crit is not enough to kill the Cofagrigus. So we're going to lead with the Cofagrigus. We're going to use Will-O-Wisp. We're going to see what happens here. Hopefully it works out, and we'll just see how it goes. I did leave Curse on the Cofagrigus. I don't think we're going to end up using it, but I did keep it just to be on the safe side. Okay, so first things first, we're going to immediately Will-O-Wisp. There's the Night Slash. This, even if it crits, we should be fine. Yep, we were fine. Okay, good deal. Loses its rough skin. That gives us an option to use some physical attackers if we need to. With the burn, it would have to crit to kill me. I still want to switch into the Stunfisk here, just to be on the safe side. There's another Night Slash. We should be fine here, though. 16 points of damage is nothing. And now we just Mud Bomb until it goes down. Dragon Claw will do a bit more, but not nearly as much. Yeah, good deal. Whew, okay, Druddigon is a threat, folks. It's definitely a threat. So making sure that we're high health and able to pull off the Will-O-Wisp is huge. The Revenge Miss is pretty big there too. Just go ahead and hit the discharge and that'll end it. Good deal. Stunfisk is faster than Druddigon is a good thing to know. Good deal. Okay. Good deal. So Triple F gets up to level 42. Down goes Hugo. And we're gonna heal up real quick. Okay, in our next fight, we have Dino, Fracture, and Druddigon. Again, Dino is a cruncher, so we want to make sure that we have something that can deal with the crunch. I feel like Triple F is probably just the best choice here. We could go Shapes. Would the Ice Beam be enough? All right, we're gonna give Shapes a shot. I'm thinking that the Ice Beam might be enough to take these things out. Let's see. All right, Ice Beam. Okay, yeah, we should be okay. Because we know that Dino and Fracture have very similar special defenses, so Druddigon is a bit of a threat, but I think we should be okay. Or Freeze. Nope, see ya. Yep, good deal. So Shapes just rolls right through this. I was more concerned about this fight than I probably should have been, but you know what? Better safe than sorry, right? So, perfect. Perfect. Nice. And that means for this next fight, which is the Dino and the Druddigon, which is one of the fights I was worried about, I can just roll in with Shapes, and we should be okay. So, good deal. All right, into the next fight we go. Veteran Kim. No, Ace Trainer Dara. Sorry. Veteran's next. All right, same deal here. We're just gonna Ice Beam. Should take this out too, unless those were high rolls. Yep, good deal. We'll get a level up here, which should give us the extra special attack boost. Oh, it didn't give us the level. Wow. Okay. Okay, so now it's just up to the Druddigon. We killed the one in one hit too, again, unless it was a high roll, which is possible. Nope, good deal. Good deal. All right, so we've only got one fight left to go, and it's against two Fractures that are both female gendered. So all we have to do is, this is what we saved Treasure for. We walk into those fights with Treasure and or FaZe. We could actually use FaZe too, now that I'm thinking about it. FaZe might actually be able to handle that fight pretty well. And if we get through all of these gym trainers with no deaths, that would be a huge W. Huge W. There's our trainer. Okay, so now we need to decide. Do we go in with Treasure or do we go in with FaZe? We could go in with Torque as well here. I feel like it's pretty safe at this point. Because they only have Dragon Claw. They don't actually have a super effective attack. So I would resist that. And I think Earthquake twice is probably enough to take those things down. I might not even have to Sword Stance. I may just be able to Earthquake, and they may take it out anyways. The only issue is it's female, so it does walk into a... it has an attack buff already, so it has a 25% boost. Where FaZe gives me the opposite problem, right? So I think I'm just gonna walk in with FaZe. I think FaZe is the right call. We have Psychic, and we've got we have good special attacks, so that should be pretty good. And worst case scenario, if we do take a Dragon Claw and it looks like it's gonna be a little bit too much damage, we can always switch to Torque if we need to. Here's the Fracture. Switching to Shapes is also an option, but Shapes has very low defense, so I don't want to switch Shapes into a Dragon Claw. Dragon Dance is scary. If this Psychic doesn't kill, I may switch FaZe out to Treasure. It did not. I should survive a +1 Dragon Claw. He used Taunt. Good risk. Good deal. Down goes the fracture. We've got one more left to go. Let's actually go for the Psy Shock this time, see if that does more damage. I'm faster than this one. That's weird. Must be a speed tie. That did significantly less. That did 34 points of damage, which means I'm not in crit range, which means I can Psychic for the win. Great job, team. And that's the last gym trainer, folks. We made it through unscathed. I am shocked. I am shocked. We played that very, very well. Much, 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 much appreciated, I think is the best way I could say it. And we are going to, we're actually going to make our way out of the gym. We're going to do a full heal. We're going to get our party put together. And then we're going to fight old Drayden. So hope y'all are looking forward to that. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we are at Drayden. So we have got Torque up at the front. The idea here is that we're going to be setting up a sword stance and just trying to sweep through the whole thing. If it uses Dragon Tail and switches us out to something else, everything that we would switch out to will be able to handle the fracture at least. And we should be able to get Torque back in later in the fight. So the idea is that if it does get switched out, everything Torque can switch back into relatively safely, except for the Drudagon has Revenge. Again, we talked about that earlier. That does do some decent damage to Torque, so we need to be a little bit careful. But other than that, with +2 and Torque's high attack stat, one Earthquake should actually take out pretty much everything on his team. So, we're all leveled up. We're ready to go. Let's get into Drayden. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I am Opelucid Pokemon's gym leader, Drayden. As the mayor, I've given everything to developing the city. As a trainer, I've simply been pursuing greater strength. But what I'm searching for now is a young trainer who can show me a bright future. Perhaps you can show me that future, the way Iris has. Alright, here we go. So the hope is that it's going to end up going for a Dragon Dance or a Dragon Rage instead of Dragon Tail, both of which we'd be able to manage, and then we'll have a free sword stance up. So, here we go. Here's our sword stance. It did go for a Dragon Dance. I think it might be faster now, which is a bit of a threat, but we should be okay. Let's go for the Earthquake. It went for a second Dragon Dance. Okay, we're in good shape. We're in good shape. It got greedy. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now we just spam Earthquake. That's it. Here's the Drudagon. Earthquake again. Perfect. Finally, we got Haxorus with Mold Breaker. And it has no super effective attacks. So this is pretty much GG, y'all. It set up a Dragon Dance. That's not that big of a deal. I don't even think a critical hit assurance would kill us, and its only stab move is Dragon Tail, which automatically goes second. Doesn't matter because one Earthquake did it. Easy. Easy. This is the power. This is the power of Excadrill. The intense feeling that floods me after the defeat. I don't know how to describe it. Wonderful. I'm grateful we had a chance to meet in battle. Oh, it's been a while since I've had to do this. I'm ready. Yeah, we did it. We got there. We received the Legend Badge, and now we have all 8 gym badges. Well, now, you've obtained all the gym badges in Unova. Now all Pokemon will obediently follow your commands. I also want you to have this. It's a TM I'm particularly fond of. It's called Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail is a move that returns the damaged Pokemon to its Pokeball. In other words, it switches your opponent's Pokemon. Now I have something to ask of you. Head for the Pokemon League and go after Alder. The Pokemon League is past Route 10, which runs from Opelucid City to Victory Road. I know Alder's strength, but I don't know the depths of N's power. That's the gym, folks. Let's go. Hello! Was Drayden as tough as ever? Oh, I came to report on how to resurrect the legendary Reshiram. I thought it would be better to tell you in person than over the X-Transceiver. And as for the conclusion, well, I haven't figured it out yet. I'm sure the Pokemon will wake up when it deems someone worthy. More importantly, aren't you amazing? You have all 8 of Unova's gym badges now, right? You've become so strong. You probably don't even know it, but you've changed a lot since you left Uvema Town. Well then, I'll show you where such a strong trainer should head next. Pass through that gate, go down Route 10, and you'll arrive at the badge check gates. Once you get through Victory Road, which is past the gates, you're finally at the Pokemon League. Oh, that just made me think of when I was showing you around the Pokemon Center in Accumula Town. G-Mundi, do you regret setting on your Pokemon journey? No. Thanks, that's the greatest answer you could give. I was really happy to be able to give you 3 of those Pokemon as a present. Because Pokemon create chances to meet more wonderful people in Pokemon. G-Mundi, this is a present for you. A Master Ball. Dope. This Master Ball is the most powerful kind of Pokeball. It can catch any Pokemon without fail. This is the only way I can support you, except to say, be true to yourself. No matter what happens, stay strong and keep going with your Pokemon. See you! Alright, so we've got the Master Ball. And that's going to do it for this episode, folks. We're going to get a quick cheeky little heal in. I'm going to stop the recording. We're going to get our party put back together. I need to check level caps for Victory Road and the Elite Four. And then we're going to get our party set up for the last couple episodes here, folks. We're getting to the end. So we just got to get through Route 10, get through Victory Road, head and beat the Elite Four. Hopefully beat the Elite Four. And then after the Elite Four, we've got the fight with N. So hope everybody's looking forward to that. I know I'm buzzing with excitement. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. Plus, we have to figure out what our Elite Four team's going to be, too. So that's going to make things pretty challenging as well. Appreciate y'all watching. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video, subscribe for more Pokemon Black Nuzlocke. We'll see you in 2 days with the next episode of the Pokemon Black Nuzlocke series. Appreciate y'all again for being so patient. I apologize for it taking so long. Just had a lot of shit going on, so appreciate y'all. And as always, we'll see you again in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye!